Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to dear friends. My name is NURUL BINTI ABDUL HALIM and I am from Sekolah Kebangsaan Ketemasai. Today, I am going to talk about an old-time classic children's story entitled The Magic Finger. This book has 57 printed pages with tons of vibrant illustrations inside. This book was published in 1966. It is a children's fantasy story. The writer, Roald Dahl, was a famous British novelist and short story children's writer. His books have been sold more than 250 million copies worldwide. Dahl has been called one of the greatest storytellers for children of the 20th century. I love to read the books that were written by him, and he inspired me to be a writer. Dear friends, there are several characters in this story. There is a girl, narrator, who lives next to the Greek family, which consists of Mr. Greek and his sons, Philip and William. These characters are different from one another, which makes reading about them more interesting. The story is about the narrator who despises the Greeks for hunting innocent animals, and when she gets angry, she has the power to curse the people she hates. The villain of the story is Mr. Greek, who loves to hunt and kill animals for fun. Now, let me tell you the best part of the book. The Greek family likes to hunt for fun. One day, while they were hunting for ducks in the forest, they found themselves unable to hit any ducks, even though the ducks flying low and slowly realizing the ducks are now hunting them. Once they got home, they suddenly realized that each family members are turned into duck. The whole family was shocked when they saw that their sons had turned into a gigantic duck that eventually took over their house. Mr. Greek realized that his family had been cursed by their wrongdoing and promised to destroy his gun. After he repented, the ducks forgave him, and they swear they will change their sons into humans again. Dear friends, from this story I learned so much about how animals also have the right to live as humans do. This is because there are also creatures on God's earth, and their purpose sometimes benefits us humans. The story rings true in our day-to-day life where animals are being poached for their fur, skins, and many valuable parts to be sold in black market. These animals are often tortured so cruelly and were put through so much pain without us realizing. I feel so sad hearing about these stories on the news. We take their life for granted and never think a second about how painful it is to go through what this animal had to endure. All in all, we should learn from Greg's mistake and never ever cause pain to other animals. I would highly suggest this book for people who enjoy nature stories. The author has described the whole story in a very humorous way, even though the topic it talks about is quite dark. This story also asks us to look at things from different perspectives by putting ourselves in other people's shoes. Personally, I found the story to be hilarious and exciting. Each page was a surprise, and in the end, I was so satisfied with how Greg's behavior resulted in him realizing his mistakes. Roald Dahl's stories have never failed to amuse me. The way he writes about children and consequences of our behavior always give me hope in life. From this story, we must always be compassionate like the ducks and always seek for forgiveness like the Greeks for every of our wrongdoing. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have fun reading this book.